Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. We are about to end the cycle and see what dice we get. Oh, we got some good dice there. Our condition is slowly going down, which isn't good. And we are still being hunted. But with that 6... Ooh, actually, let's go and have a look at the merchant freighter first. Traveling merchants, I've been waiting for you guys. What do you have? Ah, ship mined fragments. 60 cryo, huh? Oh, that's really bad. And I can't haggle. And I can only buy 2. And that would make me broke. We do need them. I haven't found another way of getting ship mined fragments yet. Let's carry on with the rest of the things of the day and see where it leaves us. I think we should start off by doing the winter light, I think. Because I got a positive here. There we go. We also got ourselves a hidden compartment that had a ship mine fragment in it. Oh. So I guess anything that has a chance to give me scrap has a chance to give me ship mine fragments. But then I could also buy those 2 there, and then I'd have 3, and then I can assemble them, and then I'd have a ship mine, which means I could then free Neovend. Or help the ambergris. I don't know which is the better option out of those 2. I mean, Neovend seems to be a way to fight Killer, and Killer is dangerous. But let's see what this has done for me. Squeezed into the office at the entrance to the yard, you lay out everything you have on the winter light across the metal desk. Your makeshift forensic notes glow on Dragos's old writing slate, overlapping lines and scrawled annotations. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal, with a spectrum of colours, a heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from the office's sharp registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper so thin, it's almost transparent. Look at the monitor. Reactor failure. That is the verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps of the remains of the winter light. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section. Blotches of colour, making the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood-red rose, radiating from the ship's traction drive. A simple story, a catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure likely brought on by wear or misuse. But you aren't looking at the rose of the reactor. You are looking at a smaller, paler mark, one that might be easy to miss at first glance. It is thumbprint sized and delicately placed over the control servos for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled, shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hull and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You are looking at it because it is troubling you. Let's look at the slate. Your attempts at a reconstruction of the winter light before its fatal accident consists of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted cutter. This was no off-the-shelf mod. It was heavily modified. Parts replaced with inventive configurations, the new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. It also contained a set of hidden compartments. You missed them at first, but the hull had been thickened, the corners rounded to disguise the change. but they are there. Let's look at the printout. A plain list shows the registration history of the Winter Light. The gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago on this very station, logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles, and often took on voyages that kept it away from the eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winter Light got little rest. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. A reactor failure, preceded by a carefully concealed external entry. A suite of hidden compartments tucked away. This was the Winter Light, and this was its story. But that's not the full story, because there's something else. It is little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you were able to pull from the ship's systems. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winter Light had a separate system, one tucked away in one of its hidden compartments, armoured, air-walled. This list, the only recoverable piece from the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of the hidden compartments. Some of it you recognise, some of it you don't. Ship-mined ROMs, shimmer, cryo chain codes, and then the final entry. Passenger. Sleeper. You stare at the list on the terminal, and try not to think about what it was like arriving here, in the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? How had they convinced the Winter Light, a smuggler's ship, if you ever saw one, to extract them from Essenharp? Luckier, you laugh. There had been no remains found in any of the Winter Light's compartments. You had checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer to the light. This was all you find in the compartment, a parting gift from Essenharp. Well, it won't go to waste now. You put it back in your pocket. The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming into the same yard. 2, one after the other. That feels wrong. You flick back and forth between datasets on the terminal, thinking, and you see that thumbprint again. The mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winter Light with precision and speed, and when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly, the office door creaks open. Dragos stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. What's all this? He snatches the slate from the desk, faster than you realised he could move. You running an investigation here? What am I paying you for? The drone on his shoulder starts whirring shrilly, his anger passing to it through its implants. Are you hiding something? Hiding something? I'm hiding you, goddammit! What are you doing for me? Digging around in my business? He starts shaking his head. I know you have a lot of questions, but this isn't the way. He turns away, muttering to himself. This is the last thing I need. This ship had a sleeper on it. Dragos freezes, suddenly angry. What did you say? He pushes past you to look at the terminal, at the list. He shakes his head. So what? Aren't all you trying to escape? You're lucky it was you that made it out alive, not them. He folds his arms indignantly. Dragos seems to steady himself and then turns back to you. The heat map of the reactor failure reflected in his headset's glassy eyes. I've given you a place to stay, I've given you work, He stumbles over the words, unsure what to say. There's plenty of others who would have sold you on, turned you in, but not me. No. Oh no. He softens. Look, you helped me too. He quiets the drone. I've done well by you and you've returned a favour. He straightens up and clears his throat. But this obsession you have with this ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you're after. He sighs. You can't work here anymore. What about the winter light? He reaches over and switches the monitor off. Forget about a damn ship. You have enough to keep you up. Dragos reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind of eerie calm falls on both of you. Whatever this was, it is done. You made it out, Sleeper. That means you have to move on. Someone killed that ship and its crew. And you want to meet him? He shakes his head. We're done here. In the dark, Dragos's headset glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he would understand. You get up from the desk, and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always. You can stay in that container, I won't take that from you. Don't come back. His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. You walk out of the office, and then out of the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing that this, at least, guarantees you a little more time. And as you walk, your mind once again drifts to that person who killed the winter light, and whether or not that person will come for you. Oh my. Hey, we got an upgrade point. We also got a trophy for finding a vial. So what could we do with this upgrade point? Should I hold on to it? Efficient extractor, chance to gain random scrap item on engineer actions. I'm not really an engineer though, am I? Thrill Seeker, chance to gain energy after any engage action. I can +1 on intuition. I feel like that seems like a pretty good upgrade. Let's do that. Let's just get +1 intuition. That gives us +1 on interface and intuition. I should probably save up the points for some of the bigger things, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so on the plus side, that means that that vial there is 100. Is 100 cryo, so I could now go and buy the ship mind. Not feel all that bad about it. And that would give me enough ship mind fragments to do one of the quests. So let's do that. I'm going to regret it, I'm sure I am. I think I can buy 2? Yeah, limited supply. That's basically all my money though, so that's kind of scary, especially since we've just lost the ability to make money at the shipyard. Is it going to cost me money to put this thing together at the fabricator? There we go, a ship mind. The fabricator whirs and crackles as it assembles the ship mind. It opens to reveal a completed but heavily dented unit. Right. I think we're going to go give this to Neovent. Oh god, we got another upgrade point. Bloody hell. Mindcraft achievement. God damn it. Don't know how I feel about that one. Should I make some money first? We got 11 cryo. Let's go to the ore exchange. Let's use this 5 in here. Ah, we got a +1. Sweet. Make some money. Oh, that makes my 3s 4s, which means... yeah, we actually have a higher chance of making some money there. We got enough money to buy some food if we need it. That's the main thing, because we do need it. So let's just go and buy some food. Oh my god. I am on the razor's edge when it comes to money right now. But we have a ship mine. That's all that matters. Alright. Let's go to the sealed dock. Neovend wants to be smuggled out of the dock, and to do that you'll need to provide a full ship mind, ready for imprinting. I'm sorry, Ambergris, this seems like the best option. Plus I have a soft spot for a vending machine. Neovend 33. Sleeper. Must express plan before we begin. Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly too much to take. Ship mind has no output features. Will be mute until slotted. What's the plan? The servo motors in the machine begin to rev. Neovend's anxiety clear. First imprint ship mind, then slot imprinted ship mind into physical ports close to Hunter's nests. Once slotted, will track Hunter at each. Tracking will find core nest. Slot ship mind at core nest. Show Hunter data to Hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will invoke killer. I mean, sounds simple? The lights on the vending machine cycle as Neovend prepares. Physical ports likely sealed in old station. Will need keys. But yes, simple. The vending machine rocks a little. Any questions before imprinting? Why slot you physically? I cannot access via network. Too dangerous. Hunter would find immediately. Lights flicker. I'm not like you, hybrid. I'm native to cloud. Easy prey. What's the core nest? Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocol must keep data outside self, linked to secondary nests. Can triangulate from there. Alright, well that's it, let's start. The sound of all the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surfaces of the sealed dock and come back at all angles. Neovend better be quick, or Havenedge security will be here. Neovend's voice appears amongst the squeals, like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms align with the ship mind, clunkily scraping against it. Can I help? Silence, best. Also, if machine ignite, put out fire. The metal creaks as the servos open the ship mind, its layers of silicon nested like an onion's skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing and rewriting them, imprinting Neovend into its physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind? To copy the neural structure of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person, and in what ways are you something new? You know this much. You are a convenient loophole, a way of circumnavigating the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you are an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human. What would you become if you could escape this frame? Where would the limits lie? The screeching stops. The machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. In the top compartment, the ship mind is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is Neovend inside this thing? Or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest and slot them into it. Okay, I got another upgrade point. Good lord, does that mean I can do one of the level 2 upgrade points? I can, hang on. Agent nodes give double data rewards. I don't know where to sell the data yet. Or instant karma, re-roll all your dice once per cycle. I feel like that could be really useful. But then maybe icebreaker to get the data once we find out what to do with the data could be a way of making good money. Plus we could get the +2 on interfacing. We are very heavy into the old interfacing right now. Let's do icebreaker. I'm sure it'll come in useful. Okay, so we have the ship mind. Where do we need to put these? I'm assuming there's going to be new locations here. Keynode? What are we doing there? Oh, well, I have a 3. I can get in there. Heaven Edge agent, Keynode. Yatagan agent. I don't see a place to slot in the ship mind. Well, let's do this. This Keynode here, see what this does. This node is orbited by the remains of a corporate countermeasure, broken long ago by hackers. What sort of data do we get here? Is it just Heaven Edge data, or is it... Oh, an encrypted key. Lovely. I'm sure we'll need that for something. In fact, that could very well be useful up here, maybe. Let's see if we can... Oh. Yes, I see. So is there one in lower end? One in the server unit over here? A mad tangle of wires as thick as your arm crowd around a server unit, sealed shut by a maglock. This must be the place. Well, let's see what this does. The maglock pops open and falls away from the unit. You will be able to enter now. Among the webs of cables, you find a free port, compatible with the ship mind. It's all Neovend from here. Okay, plus Hunter hunted. Imprinted ship mind, we got it back. The servers lie silent. Their data cache is cleared. Nothing left to do with this nest. So we have to do that 3 times. And I'm guessing not again at this one, right? Yep, okay. So I'm assuming we're going to need keys for all of these. Yep. And we're also going to need to get into the lower end gate somehow, I think. Yeah, okay, that's going to be a pain. I wonder if that's a one-off fee. So basically we need money. We need lots and lots of money. We're still waiting on Feng. He might give us a way to make money. Extract the past. Still got to fix the ambergris. Get to know Emphis. Maybe where Emphis wants me to go is past the lower end. Alright, let's see if we can make some money. The best way of doing that is the Ort Exchange, I feel. We got a +1. What's the worst that could happen? I lose all my money and we starve to death, I guess? Yeah, that's pretty much the worst that could happen. Perfect. You snap up scrap by weight, then parcel it off to traders with a nice markup. Start to get a sense of the traders you trust. There we go, we made some money again. We're at 34 cryo. And then I think I'm going to end the episode here. I think we're doing well. Well, in the next episode, I guess maybe we'll see Feng. I don't know. We're gonna find out what happens when when this fills up to max. Kinda worrying, isn't it? The hunter is coming. I feel like that's going to be the next episode. But either way, thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really does help me keep making these videos, and it is one of the best ways to help support me as a content creator. And as always, I'll see you next time.